Oh, come all ye faithful.
So I've come to Cambridge where the best scientific minds are working, and we're going to see if they can crack it. Not literally.
Joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye, oh, come ye.
What I wanted to know was exactly what shape it was on the bottom, which is octagonal. Reason for that is you could put it in a clamp and it'd be solid. And I'm thinking rotation rather than twisting, rotation and twist rather than trying to drag it one way or the other.
And ideally, get perhaps two clamps on it. I mean, if you can clamp it there and there, you've got a hold on it.
Then
These are actually slightly concave.
Yeah, it'd be fine. But I see what you're saying, it's for extra security. Getting this here to be solidly secure without compressing it too much to break it so that you can rotate it. I was thinking some kind of silicone strap.
Do you think this is the weak point because this is the thinner glass?
It's the one you're going to have to apply pressure to, and this is reinforced Pyrex, so just these corrugations make it quite strong.
Yeah. So we can clamp across there.
Yeah.
But we cannot clamp it applying a force in this direction.
Yeah, exactly. It'll break.
But can we not apply the force in this direction? Because then we're not.
Try. Yeah. You want to pull it rather than twist it.
Yes. Well, I think you're going to have to pull a little bit. I think
how are you going to get a grip of it?
Well, again, with some...
If you have a strap that way, at least you're applying the stress uniformly.
If you've got a strap round there, in which direction are you applying the force?
Twist it.
You twist it.
Yeah.
So if you're right that the glass has ground against the other glass surface and perhaps that's
just
causing abrasion, which is causing the stick, are we not going to worsen that?
Well, you might just abrade it enough so it loosens and it comes out.
Okay.
Has it been tried before, though? We don't know if that's been tried.
Don't,
it's the easiest thing to try.
There's been a number of previous attempts.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 11 episodes. So.
Yeah. Put that in a bench clamp and then just muck around with that.
This hasn't been tried.
It's not?
Is there a risk assessment being done?
Well, we haven't started yet.
It's purely theoretical.
Someone will be wearing goggles and gloves. The trouble is, fracture of brittle materials like this is sudden, so you can't tell it's about to happen. Something like a metal or plastic, you could tell it was bending or starting to fracture.
We recommend a high-speed camera just because it does shatter, so the slow motion would be worth showing.
So just a question, see if there's any hope at all by applying small amounts of pressure and see what happens.
I think Glenn's absolutely right. This is the strong point, and the carling is the weak point. That's the bit we've got to be really careful with.
By clamping this, you won't break it, but you'll secure it.
I assume the inside of this glass is circular.
Yeah, you've had this conversation before about the elliptical cross-section.
Is it an ellipse or is it some sort of
one's a circle at an angle. It's probably pinioned here and here. If they're both circular, then here and here is where they're making contact more than here and here, because it's tilted that way, isn't it?
Yes, it's sort of tilted around an axis between the 2 points of contact.
Yeah.
So does that tell us anything about the direction that we should apply force in order to move it? Does that mean we should be trying to get it to pivot on that axis? The greatest movement of the carling, relative to this one, is going to be here and here.
Yeah, you're right.
So that suggests there's a gentle...
They're careful. You've got no protection at all at the moment, Dave.
Yeah, I realise. Yeah, I'm just thinking it through.
Right, stop.
I'm just making a makeshift sort of arrangement here in case it goes either way, but the trouble is I haven't got anything to clamp it that way. It's a very rudimentary sort of setup. When I've done the glasses and the gloves, I'll also apply some oil, just cycle oil, around the rim, see if I can make any progress with it. I'd like to be able to do that, but I don't think I've got anything like silicone strapping to get a good grip. But I have got bicycle inner tube. So I'll have it for Halfords. A very old inner tube, probably not used to me anymore.
It's a new one.
It's a new one.
It's
been
new
sitting
one.
there for years, so you can tell by the
testament to the quality of your tyres.
Yeah. So the idea would be to wrap that as a kind of grip, just to give me extra grip.
You can twist it to get
like that. Yeah. As I said, I'll don the glasses and the gloves and see what happens. Apply the oil to hopefully speed things along. All right then.
Good luck, Glenn.
Yeah. If it goes everywhere, then that'll be a shame. Right, in goes the oil. And around the other side. Might need a little bit of time just to permeate, but in theory, if it's just particles of glass and sand that are holding that in place, and the oil will get between them. Now going to just twist the strapping a little bit.
It's moving quite a lot in the clamp.
Yeah, so I'm going to hold it separately. I might need an assistant, I don't know.
Would it help if there was also a tube around the part of the glass where you're clamping? Because the sides are not parallel, are they? They're parallel in one dimension, but not in the vertical dimension. If you see what I mean? Because the glass is tapered.
So
got you. You're not really gripping it right.
I see. You're right. Yeah. I think the clamp is irrelevant, really. So that's twisting it. Bending it. It's more likely to break it.
Would it help to have another pair of hands holding the glass, and obviously subject to safety?
Well, so far no result.
Do you feel like you're applying the full torque to the glass? Is the inner tube having the function?
It's not slipping.
Right.
So I think maybe second pair of hands and perhaps a different sort of physical approach might make a difference. You want to try?
Reminds me of chemistry lessons where people used to call me Six Eyes.
Okay, he's going in.
Okay. So now we have rubber around the larger glass in the clamp, which hopefully gives us a bit more stability at that end of things. I'm just applying some force on that axis. I'm really not pulling very hard at all here.
Yeah. Just gives you an idea of how stuck it is, doesn't it?
It's definitely a risk-reward situation here. How much force do we apply?
I'm a bit anxious about.
I'm petrified. Just go a little further, shall we? You know when you got like a jar of pickle or a jar of jam and you just cannot get the lid off and you know it's going to be tasty on the inside, but you can't for the life of you.
And you partially destroy it to get it open by piercing the lid.
Drill a hole in the lid, let the air in.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
There's no slippage at all.
It's just not given, is it?
No. I think torque is still the right answer, but maybe try the other way now. Yeah.
Clockwise?
Yeah, I think you were doing anti-clockwise.
Yeah,
before.
which way were you trying? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty much exerting as much force as I can with one hand.
I doubt my grip's any stronger than yours, Dave. We both dig allotments.
Can we get a lever on this?
Interesting idea. How would we do it? So the idea would be to get something that can apply leverage by, essentially, if you imagine that being a big stick, and that was really tight, then you'd have more force applied here to twist it than we can currently using our hands here. So somehow we'd have to make up some sort of leverage arrangement that isn't going to press too hard on the glass and break it.
Is there any texture on the outside of the glass? Is the carling embossed?
Well, it is embossed, yeah.
Ah, by luck we were covering that, weren't we? So that would give us a little bit of grippiness.
You've still got this thing about how do you lever it. You've got to have something stiff. Or you could crank it with something that you just wind and it just pulls with the force. It exceeds the...
I have a device for getting lids off jam jars.
Why didn't you say in this kitchen?
No, this is your kitchen. In my kitchen at home, I have a jam jar thing. Do you have such a thing?
No.
Ah.
Yeah.
It might do the trick. Should have brought it.
Yeah. What's this thing here?
Oh, not quite.
Not quite.
I think we might need more tools.
Yeah. Bear with me. I'll find something else. Many tools lying around.
Man with two sheds.
Okay, so pretty sure I can use it even when it's shorter. I'll not do anything without glasses and gloves.
It looks perfect.
Yeah,
it's just not strong enough.
It's made of plastic, yeah. So not that.
My father made a tool for removing the oil filter from a car engine, which was essentially a piece of parachute cord about maybe an inch wide, attached to a handle which one would twist, very much in the way that Glenn was twisting the inner tube to get it tight around the glass. He would just wrap this around the oil filter, quick twist, and off the oil filter came. Very, very useful in a sort of slightly oily, difficult to access scenario. Again, we might have the problem of slippage.
So you think put a wedge there?
I think if we had a very acute angle, so it's wood, so it's soft, so it'll give. But if we were to hit it, tap it gently with a mallet, gently, but we're not hitting the glass, we're hitting a piece of wood that we've wedged at the point where the glass's rims are closest, and that might just get it to pivot.
I suspect it might break it.
It might. Yeah. If it was made of a soft wood, the wood might deform, yet still exert enough pressure to give it enough twist.
I think you're still working on one point of the glass.
Ideally, you clamp it in 4 or 8 or 12 positions around there, so as to, as you say, not put pressure on one point particularly. But
well, I can try it. No, you need the grip on it.
You need the to get the safety.
Okay. So giving up on torque, but using the grip to just pull it out. Let's see what happens. Well, it came out of the bench press thing.
If we were to remove these pieces of wood and replace them with wood of the correct cross section with a good lip there, and you also got to cut it over this side or something, but then you've effectively got a tool designed to hold that down whilst you pull that up.
I know what you're saying. You just want something pressing down while you pull up.
Would it help if one of us was to hold onto that, and in a sort of tug of war scenario, the other one pulls on that? The gardening gloves.
Yep.
Okay. You up for this?
Yep. I'll take up this position and see what happens. So
can you get...
You're holding down.
I'm holding it down, yeah.
I'm trying to pull up.
I'm pull it.
Okay.
Well, hang on. Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to have to put more weight on.
You are, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know how stuck they are. Right, and also...
No, I've not got any goggles on.
Point it my way.
You better delete the footage without me having the safety goggles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lean it towards me, so if I'm pulling it, it goes into my face, not yours, because you won't be ready for it.
Whoa. So the problem, I think one possible problem there is it's if it moves suddenly in that direction, the bottom of this glass is going to hit the part of the vice, the metal. The more over the top of it I can stand, the more weight I can put on it.
Yeah. Okay, try again.
Yep. Yeah. Can you see where this line goes up slightly?
I think that might just mean that the oil's gone down to the tiniest of gaps.
There you go.
Right.
Did you see a bubble go up and burst? It's moving up. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
So oil is passing through the gas, so that proves there's a gap there.
Yeah.
So with my unnecessary goggles, which are only protecting me from splashes of water, I've got an ultrasound water fogger here. It's just basically an ultrasound transducer which vibrates the water molecules fast enough that they break into lots of little holes that when they collapse, heat up the water into steam essentially. It's not actually hot. It's happening on a microscopic level. Lots of little bits of collapse are making lots of little bits of water vapour come off. The thing that might be useful is that it represents very high frequency agitation, so maybe that would help separate the glasses, but I suspect not, because it's hard to apply the ultrasound directly to the glasses that are stuck, and it's likely most of the sound will just bounce off the water, glass, air boundaries. So shall we give it a go? So with Christmas colours, we'll turn the ultrasound back on. We've got deeper water, so there's more contact between the glass which is stuck and any ultrasound that might be travelling about. And if someone could give me some gloves, I'll see if that makes any difference in trying to separate them. Thank you very much. There we go. Right. Let's see if that makes the slightest bit of difference. Yeah, I'm not inclined to try any further. So that one's a failure too. He's researching.
Well, I'm just reading the WikiHow page, which includes everything you've tried.
So there we are, another Christmas day, and the glasses are still together. Cheers, have a very Merry Christmas, see you next year.
Joyful and triumphant, oh come.